like that, Molly? I think we're ready. Don't mind us. We're up here writing a new chant. You have to come back next Sunday to hear it, though. We just came up with it. Be you, be joy, be kind, be wise. That's what we got so far. Feel free to shoot us some comments this week and let us know what else we could put in the new chant. All right, but for now, here's another new chant. Let's do that. It's not really that new. I just keep rewriting it. Brenda and Jean will be so excited I keep rewriting it. Good morning and welcome to Sunday service for the Carolina Center for Spiritual Awakening right here live at the Evening News in Noda, Charlotte. We are so glad you're here. And online community, we're so glad that you're here. Hope we have sound this week. We had a little Facebook glitch or something last week, but we are wired for sound today. It's a new little chant all about being the love and the light. The love that we want to see. I try to keep it pretty simple. That's what my friend Karen Drucker said was the key. Make it simple so you can repeat it. So I hope you can learn it and sing it along. I am love and light. I am shining brightly. I am the love I want to see. See it with me now. I am love and light. I am shining brightly. I am the love I want to see. I'm love. I am a heart in action. I am love's compassion. I am a heart in action. I'm love. Be it with me now. I am a heart in action. I am love's compassion. I am a heart in action. I'm love. I'm love. You got it? There's just those two parts, right? The love and light and the heart in action. From the top. Here we go, gang. I am love and light. I am shining brightly. I am the love I want to see. Sing it with me now. I am love and light. You're doing great. I am shining brightly. I am the love I want to see. I am a heart in action. I am love's compassion. I am a heart in action. I'm love. Claim it with me now. I am a heart in action. I am love's compassion. I am a heart in action. I'm love. I'm love, and I'm free to fly. 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 Because when you're living in love, you're not tied down. Free to fly. Free to fly. Free to fly. Free to love. Free to live. Free to fly. Good singing. Give yourselves a hand. That's great. All right. We're going to say good morning to our online community again. As you're walking around greeting your neighbor, make sure you wave at that back camera and say hello to them as well. This is our opportunity to turn and say good morning to someone. If you're an introvert and you don't like hugs or for any reason choose not to, you can put your hand out or just close your eyes and we'll just not bother you. It's okay. And I we joke about that a little bit, but I have some dear friends who are introverts and they're like, thank you. Oh my God, thank you for giving me permission to close my eyes. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So whatever your comfort level is, this is our opportunity to greet our neighbor if you so choose. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Lay all your fears and all your doubts aside. Let go of all the hurt you hold inside. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Can you feel the love of all who've gathered round? Can you feel the love? You are worthy of this gift of love right now. You're worthy of that love, y'all. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Now, I know this is, for a lot of people, your favorite part, but you got one more chorus to come back to me, so sing your way back to your seat. Here we go. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Well, who'd have known that who you are is enough? And who'd have known that you could be so loved? Well, we knew, now you know. Yeah, we knew, now you know. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Wow, I could hear you singing. That was great. Give yourselves a hand, y'all. That was fantastic. Yay! Oh, perfectly timed. Well, let's let them go on through, and we'll know that all is well, and divine love and light is surrounding our firefighters and their destination, and whoever they are serving, we know they're safe, and all is well. So, Shari Hill, thank you so much for agreeing to be our reader today, and come on out into the spotlight if you would, please.
Welcome. Let's see. Let me try to get this. Great day, everyone. So our reading today is from Science of Mind magazine from today, July 31st. It is The Wonder of Relationships. The Wonder of Relationships. Okay. You are a child of innocence, born to wonder all your days. Do not believe it to be a gift that you lost somewhere along the way, as if it hurts you have done, as if the hurts you have done, or that you, I'm going to stop. And we're going to start this again, okay? All right. The wonder of relationships. You are a child of innocence, born to wonder all your days. Do not believe it to be a gift that you lost somewhere along the way, as if the hurts you have done or that were done to you could steal its light from the center of your soul. Innocence is hope, it is vision, it is love. Bishop Stephen Charleston. Nothing is real to us unless we make it real. Nothing can touch us unless we let it touch us. Refuse to have the feelings hurt. Refuse to receive anyone's condemnation. In the independence of your own mentality, believe and feel that you are wonderful. This is not conceit. It is the truth. Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind, page 307. So as humans, we are relational, designed to connect with each other on many levels. It is through relationships that we discover more about who we are and who we came here to be. This aspect of being is filled with wonder, but we must come to see it from that perspective to fully realize that truth. Often, our earliest relationships condition us to see ourselves as flawed or diminished. Our growth into adulthood is often about reconnecting with a deeper truth, that we are one with Spirit and worthy of all good simply because we exist. For many, this is a lifelong journey. Just as relationships can lead to negative self-images, they can also be the path to realization of good. What is important is what we bring to relationships in terms of our inner self-identity. Our priority must always be the realization of our own divine connection and the worthiness arising from that. Our birthright is as a precious being of divine origin. No one can take that away, but we can become blinded to it. Our spiritual growth is about clearing the lens of perception to see our unlimited truth. When we can see this for ourselves and be in relationships with others who can see it for themselves, each also seeing it for the other, we are in healthy relationships. Then the wonder that we are is more fully realized, and we are being who we came here to be. So if you can say along with me the affirmation for today, I am one with the wonder of life. I am one with the wonder of life. My relationships are healthy, loving, and supportive. My relationships are healthy, loving, and supportive. I bring my best self to my relationships. I bring my best self to my relationships, learning and growing in the process. Thank you. So now we're going to see what's happening here with us at CCSA. We're going to do the announcements. And we are having prayer chaplain training the last weekend of August at the home of Lisa Lee Morgan on Lake Norman. So if you're interested in participating in that, I'm going to list off some email addresses in just a few. So if you can just make sure you email us, and we will make sure we add you to the list. And please also sign up in the back of the room if you would like to be a reader. We would love to have you join us and hear your lovely voices as well. And the email will be at info@awakeningcarolina.org. That's info@awakeningcarolina.org. Or if you need us to send a prayer request, you can send that as an email to prayer@awakeningcarolina.org. Prayer@awakeningcarolina.org. Thank you again. And
we're going to move into meditation. I've asked Shari if she would assist me in that. Before we do, I had one other announcement that came in this morning that did not make it onto the paper, and that is if anyone's going to see Chris, for those of you who don't know, he's one member of our community who had a really bad car accident on July 4th. If anyone, and I know lots of people have been going to see him, doing energy work on him. He's very grateful. But he said if anyone could bring him some spring water, he's got Cash App or Venmo, he can reimburse you, but he would really love a case of spring water. So that's, and I'll have the information for you if you are going this week. Let me know, and I'll give you his info. And we're going to move into a meditation. I've asked Shari if she would share something else with us here in just a moment. Yeah, was there something else?
Do you mind if I just give the little bit of what the reading is with the meditation?
Oh, yeah, go
because I
ahead.
think it was It was so sweet and delicious to read that this is going to be the Lord's Prayer translated from Aramaic directly into English, rather than from Aramaic to Greek to Latin to English. So let that sit with you. We're going to take our time to go through this reading and just let us be present. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us. As we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose. But illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. So it is.
And let us take these words, use them as our own, move into this space of open receptivity, a willingness, saying to that infinite power and presence, I'm open. Carve out in me a space so that the presence can be felt. That presence of divine love, that presence of absolute knowing that we are one with the one that created us. Carve out a space where possibility can live in me, awareness can live in me. Carve out a space free of doubt and fear and worry and angst and anxiety. Carve out a space, beloved, for me to feel the presence, to feel thy presence. I am open. I accept and allow. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and to share what we each are here to share, so that we may grow and flourish and connect and express as we are meant to be and to do and to have. I accept this divine flow of love, wisdom, intelligence flowing through me now, expressing as me and as all that I do. Carve out a space in me. Prepare me. I speak these words to my higher self, that part within me that is willing and ready to awaken to a grander idea of who I am. Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for this is my work. To carve out a place. To seek not for love, but to remove the barriers within, to love's presence. To open and release any ideas of separation, any ideas of less than. I am made in the image and likeness of the Most High. It's true for me. It's true for you. It's true for each of us. And I am here to shine. Beloved God, shine through me. I am so grateful for this life. I am so grateful for this day, for this breath. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take some deep breaths together. Once more, we're going to release it audibly together. Ooh, I had a little dance with spirit there, y'all. I didn't think I was going to come back for a minute. Thank you for going there with me. Carve out a space in me. Carve out a space in me where your presence can abide. Instead of all the stuff we accumulate in there in the heart space, right? And in the mind space. Lord, help us in the mind space. It's all busy up in there. It's busy, it's busy. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell. Don't go back to sleep. The Sufi saint and poet Rumi. Those are his words. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell. Don't go back to sleep. The breeze is spirit. Dawn is awakening. We're waking up to the truth of who we are, the truth of our ability to live in truth and trust. We're waking up. Let's not go back to sleep. We had a global wake-up call in 2020, and it's continued to be the gift that keeps on giving. We've had this global wake-up call of a global pandemic. And many, many people, probably most of you in this room, many people said, okay, you know what? A little solitude now and again is good. Having some time and working from home is nice. Not filling my days with so much busyness, well, that was a gift, right? What was your wake-up call during the pandemic, or maybe it's happening still? Did you have a wake-up call? Did you hear the secret the breeze had to tell at your awakening dawn? Did you hear it? Have you gone back to sleep? Are you nodding off a little? I know I have a little nod here and there. And then I jolt myself back to, wait a second, I said I wasn't going to do that post-COVID. I said I was going to live at a different pace of peace, a deeper, truer center. That's okay. We get to do it again, come back to center over and over as many times as it takes. But what has been your wake-up call, and are you sticking to it? Are you doing the things that make you lose track of time, the things that you get lost in, the things that make you come alive? Or are you saying, how am I going to make a living as a tree climber? I mean, that makes me come alive. I don't know. How am I going to make a living out of that? You know what? Joe Schmo's tree service might have said that too. You know, if he hadn't said, no, I like to climb trees, I'm going to climb trees. I'm joking a little, but I'm not, you know, because we dismiss the divine ideas moving through us all the time because we think, well, that doesn't make sense. How am I supposed to make money at that? That doesn't make sense. No one's going to love me if I do that. Instead of just carving out a space for the presence to abide, that means carving out the space in our mind and in our heart to listen to that divine impulse, which is our intuition, which is spirit moving through us, and then make an informed decision from the heart. An informed decision from the heart instead of an urgent decision. Remember, urgency is never a spirit-led action. Urgency is an ego-led action. So we have to drop in, tune in, open up, and allow instead of getting back on the treadmill. And if you did, don't blame yourself, don't judge yourself, just give yourself permission to step back off, with or without COVID, okay? Give yourself permission to step back off. Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to do that so that we can give our greatest gift. And if you find a way to do the things that make you come alive, the things that make you lose time, if you find a way to do those things that make you come alive, make you lose time, and at the same time be in service to others, you're prospering yourself, you're prospering the world, can't help but succeed. So it's about giving our gift, right? What's your gift and where can I give it? What's my gift and where can I give it? And we're going to talk about specifically your unique gift. What is your unique gift? And I want to say that over and over. What makes you come alive? What makes you feel like, how is it 3 hours have passed? What makes you feel completely just lost in it in a good way? For me, it's music, it's writing, it's nature. And so I write songs, I write talks, I play music, I lead retreats in the woods, right? It's like, but there was a time when I would have thought, well, yeah, and everybody around would have said, yeah, that's sweet, but nobody really makes a living doing that. Yeah, they do. If people can make a living making Post-its, anything's possible. Like, wish I'd thought of that one. So, but now let's talk about the shared gift. So there's your unique gift, right, that is yours to give, and you know what it is. You say you don't sometimes, but you do. You just got to ask for clarity and then courage to act on that clarity. Ask for clarity and then the courage to act on it. But let's talk about our shared gift, because we all have a shared gift. And the shared gift, the greatest way we can give our individual gifts, which is our loving presence, by the way. That's more important than anything. But the best way we can access that and offer that is to live the gift. You ready? Live the G-I-F-T. Live the gift. G-I-F-T. Ready? Here we go. G. Live your giving heart. Live from your giving heart. What and where can I give? What and where can I give? I asked for permission before I shared this, because what we share in the sharing circle stays in the sharing circle unless I ask for permission to share it, which I did. We're going around this morning, and people said, I think the question was, how would you describe, it was Shari's question, and it was, how would you describe me to a stranger? And Donna said, you exude compliments. You're always giving compliments. That's a way of giving. So when I say live from a giving heart, that's a great example. Giving compliments, giving smiles, giving your time, your energy, your loving presence, giving. What can you give? And for some people, it's financial. Maybe they're able to give a financial gift to help somebody else. Whatever it is. Maybe it is just giving someone literally an arm to hold on to when they cross the street. But being in that space of a giving heart is step one to living your individual gift by living our collective gift. So giving heart, and then intentional mind. How many times do we say, like the example of the COVID awarenesses, right? The COVID awakenings. How many times do we say, this is my intention? And then we go, whoopsie, my actions and my words are not matching what I said my intention was. They're all over here, they're everywhere, but that's what I said. My intention was this direction. So are your words and your actions matching your intentional mind? And back to the giving heart just for a quick second. When you're in that giving heart, you can't be in judgment or fear. Have you ever noticed that? When you're in a space of giving, you can't be in a space of judgment and fear. But why? Because giving is open. And judgment and fear is a contraction. So if you're feeling contracted, you're feeling shut down, find somewhere to give. That's why when you go into a 12-step program, the first thing they have you doing is service. Where can I serve? Because it opens you back up from just thinking about your problems and your limitations. It opens you up. So giving heart opens you up. The intentional mind. If you want something different, we have to be different, right? So are we willing to make our words and our actions match, be in harmony with our intention? So living our individual gift and our collective gift of a loving presence in this world takes living the gift, giving heart, intentional mind. F is for forgiving practice. a forgiving practice. Notice I said practice. It's not just the one time. It's a continual thing. It's not condoning. I can't say that too much. Forgiveness is not saying what someone did to you or to someone else is okay. It's not condoning. But it's choosing to cleanse the lens of your heart. I got to jump back for a second to that intuition thing, where I said trust that. So what I do when I write a talk is I write down things that come because I just trust that it's spirit. And I look at the paper and I go, that looks like a cat hairball or something. It just don't make sense. It's going every which direction. I hadn't had a chance to read the Science of Mind reading for today. I sent it to you, but I didn't have a chance to read it. I didn't know it talked about cleansing the lens of your perception. And in my notes, it literally says, cleanse the lens of your perception. So trust your intuition when the ideas come. So the forgiveness is cleansing that, polishing the mirror of your heart. So you're reflecting the love that you are, cleansing the lens of your own perception. Like we talked about last week, rewriting the narrative, right? Changing the story, the blah, 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 that we get lost in sometimes. So having that forgiveness, practice, because it's a continual journey to live from that place of recognizing you are the face of God, you are the face of God, you are the face of God, you are the face of God. So is he, she, whomever that is not they, whoever is not living what we think they should be doing, right? They're the face of God too. Forgiveness is a continual practice. So giving heart, intentional mind, forgiving practice, and a teachable life. Ooh, I love this one. A teachable life. That doesn't mean you get a great teacher and you take a great class, although we're happy to help you out with that too. A teachable life means you're movable, you're pliable, you're malleable, right? You're not so set in your ways that a beautiful opportunity presents itself and all you can see is a problem. Being able to move and to change and to be spontaneous. It takes trusting life, really, really trusting life. Being teachable. There's people that we can look to for examples, aren't there? Out there's lots of people that we can look to for examples. If we get stuck and think, how can I give? Just look at what's all around us. I'm part of a group called Community Input Group for Safe Charlotte, and it brings together those just really passionate social justice activists, clergy, and police. This came about in 2020 after George Floyd was killed. And we've been working for policy change and all these different things. So there's this guy on there, and the first time I saw him, I thought, ooh, that is a man right there that does not wait for change, he makes it. He does not wait for change, he makes it, and his name is Rodney Mcgill. And Rodney posted the other day about something that he's involved in right now. And it's a summer camp for 34 kids. And it's not just a summer camp, like go drop your kids off so that you can go do whatever, you're going to get your manicure or whatever. No, it's a summer camp that's so powerful, the work that they are doing. I mean, you have your swimming lessons and your chess lessons and your dance lessons, but you also have political science, financial literacy, technology, electronics, mentoring, and the business, I love this one, the business side of the music business, right? Really getting in there and teaching valuable life skills to these kids that would not have been able to go to a camp. And he's providing the service, he and the other folks who he founded the Save Our Children movement. I'm going to post about that today in on our pages so that you can support the work that he's doing. Because it's a beautiful work. And I'm also going to have someone else come up and share with you personally after my talk in just a few minutes. Someone who is a member of this community and near and dear to our hearts, Stephen Tilley. The minute I met Stephen, I was like, what's your story? What are you about? And he said, hugs. No wonder you and Blue get along so good. So hugs, he's about hugs, right? And he went on to talk about the work that he was doing. And this was, some years ago. The work that he was doing with those in the community experiencing homelessness. And many of you know these stories and the ways that he's allowed us to help other people by showing us where a need was and helping us to fill that need. And we're so grateful to be able to to see the work that you do, Stephen, and we're so incredibly blessed by you and the organization that he is now sitting on the board of, which is Hearts United for Good. Did you catch that? Hearts United for Good. Hug. Yeah, I know. I thought that was pretty cool too. So there's people around us ready to inspire us, living their unique gifts. You know, I actually talked about that just a week or two ago. I talked about how your unique gift may be, and I pointed to Blue and I said, giving a hug. Well, there you go. Stephen was giving hugs, and he was walking up to people who were experiencing homelessness and saying, you know what, tell me your story. And he brought their story and them to life, right? To our awareness. He uplifted their humanity. And I'm so honored to know you, my friend. And this is the kind of stuff going on all around us when we take the time to look at something other than the mundane things we want to get sucked into and worried about because we've gotten off track from where our intentions said we wanted to go, right? But when we are living in that giving heart, that intentional mind, that forgiving practice, and that teachable life, then we are open. We're open. We're not letting the ego run the show. We are in that space of trusting the divine urging of spirit, not the urgency of the ego. We're in that space of trusting. A divine urge means a divine urge to serve, to be, to show up, to be the change. Not wait for it to happen, but to make it happen. And I know, it takes trust. It takes trust in the universe. It takes trusting the universe and trusting that your good hasn't passed you by, because sometimes you just want to throw in the towel, be like, I don't know, I've tried. I don't know, I'm never going to make a difference in this life. I've heard it said that Frank Lloyd Wright did the majority of his great works as an architect from age 80 to 92. I wish Lisa Lee was here so I could verify that. She's an architect. But I just thought of that this morning, that I'm pretty sure that's true. Look it up and tell me that Frank Lloyd Wright created the most of his masterpieces in his later years. So even if you're thinking, well, I can't, it's too late, or maybe it's too soon, it's never too soon or too late or too much. If it's a desire of your heart, we wouldn't have a desire of our hearts if we weren't meant to bring it into fruition. The very fact that you have an urge to do something means you have within you everything to do it. And Spirit is saying, I got you, let's do this. Let's do this. So what realization, what secrets did the dawn whisper in your ear as you started to awaken to the truth of your spiritual magnificence? And trust me, you have and you are continuing to do that, or you wouldn't be here. That's what we mean by like minds. We're coming together as like-minded, like hearts. There's that within us that knows there's more. There's more than getting up, going to work, coming home, going to bed, getting up, going to work, coming home, going to bed. There's more to friendships than, yeah, how's your day? Yeah, good. Yeah, boss was terrible. Yeah, me too. Okay, see ya. There's more. And we're here to live from that more. We're here to live from those connections with one another, from that heart space that says, oh, I'm going to carve out that space and feel the presence within me that knows that the divine, by whatever name I give it, is right here. Call it God, creator, source, universe, intelligence, doesn't matter. It's a power and presence that was never created, never destroyed, and is everywhere, and therefore it's in me and it's in you. And it connects us, and it guides us, and it protects us. And when we can live from that awareness, giving our gift is just second nature. It's just who we are. We're a gift walking all the time. You're just a walking gift. Turn to somebody and say, you're a walking gift. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell. Don't go back to sleep. You're awakening to a greater level, a greater degree of living. Don't go back to sleep. Just say yes. 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 And so it is. I'd like to sing a song for those people that I was just talking about, and for all of you, but I'm going to dedicate it to Rodney and to Stephen today. And then, Stephen, I'd like for you to come up after that, if you would, and share a little bit about Hug. I should have figured out what key I was going to do this in before now. I think I'll go with the original key. I have to belt it out. Let's see. Joe's like, turn it on. We are all the ripples on this endless sea. We all change the world every day to some degree. Even when we think we're not, no matter which road we choose, we're changing the world every day. Me and you. So how will you change the world today? What are the things you will do? Which are the words you'll choose to say? How will you change the world today? And not just if you're trying to, but in your everyday. How will you change the world today? Maybe it's the little things you say or the things you choose not to say that impact a life. From the car that cuts you off on the road to the children who become what they're shown. Can you believe you're part of what you see? So how will you change the world today? What are the things you will do? Which are the words you'll choose to say? How will you change the world today? And not just if you're trying to, but in your everyday. How will you change the world today? How will you change? What will you do? Who will they see? And what is your truth? How will you change? What will you do? Who will they see? And what is your truth? How will you change? What will you do? Who will they see? If you know it, sing along. So how will you change the world today? What are the things you will do? Which are the words you'll choose to say? How will you change the world today? And not just if you're trying to, but in your everyday. How will you change the world today? Thank you. Come on up, Stephen. Thank you so much. There's a mic right there ready for you. Talk to us. Talk to us about what's going on in your world.
There's a lot going on.
You got to get up on that mic. Get close.
You know. Everybody hear me? Yes. Good job.
You got to get real close so they can hear you online, too, because we want everybody to hear you. There you go.
You know, it's funny. Every time Christy does the introduction about, you know, when we do the meet and greet about if you're uncomfortable, put your hand out. I remember when she first said that, I burst out laughing. Told my friend, I said, I always use that as a handle for a hug. I just grab and just pull you on in. I was like, maybe I should ask first. But anyway. So anyway, my name is Stephen Tilley, and I'm the Associate Director at Hearts United for Good, which has the acronym of HUG, which is so appropriate. And so we're a local nonprofit here in Charlotte that you guys are a part of. You guys are part of who we are because a lot of you guys have given not only your love towards me, you guys given financially and food and housewares and just Liz and her kids came last week and helped paint it, and Sally was there to help paint. So you guys have been an integral part of my life for the past, 3 or 4 years, and I love and appreciate you guys. And so everything we do in the city, you guys are doing as well, and I believe that with all my heart. Which exciting news is you guys actually won an award last night. If you guys are familiar with the Human Rights Campaign, the HRC, Hearts United for Good actually won the Nonprofit of the Year for the state of North Carolina. So congratulations. So good job. So anyway, when someone asks me what I do, I get that deer in the headlight every single time. I've been doing it for years. Because what it is it's not what I do, it's who I am. And it confuses me because I don't really know how to say it. And my main goal when I wake up every morning is I just want to love people. And sometimes that just takes so many different avenues that I'm like, well, what do you want to know? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do today. But mainly what we do at HUG is we help those that are experiencing homelessness. That's by providing tents and tarps and food and love and encouragement. I try to find out, if they need mental health connections or job connections, and I just go sit with them and find out where they're at and what they need. We also are a very strong advocate for the LGBTQIA community. And within that community, I've been pushing this year the T part of that group of letters is the trans community. And for those that don't know, in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, our trans people of color, this is the second deadliest state for those people. And we need to step up and do some more stuff with that. Because even within that community, they're actually the lower part of, they still aren't accepted within their own community in the LGBTQIA community. So that's another thing we're trying to put is just kind of education, bringing love and education towards that. We do pet care. We find people that have dogs chained to trees and offer them to build fences and give them a dog house for free. And those that are experiencing homeless also have pets, and so we try to do spade and neuter for them also, because that's their family that do that. So I'm always reminded of, actually everywhere I go, I've got just memories of stories, but particularly on this street here, right off behind Birdsong Brewery on 13th Street. This was a couple years ago, and I had some kids in the woods back there, and I was taking some supplies, and I was walking down 13th Street to find the trail to get to it. And about 30, 40 feet away, I saw a gentleman walking towards me. And the closer he got to me, my first thought was I thought he'd been burned. His face kind of looked distorted a little bit, and I thought maybe he'd been in an accident and burned. And when he got a little bit closer to me, I realized that it wasn't burns, and I said, "Hey, kiddo, how are you doing?" He said, "Not too good." And I said, "What happened? What's your story?" And he said, "I just got out of the hospital 2 days ago." He said, "I'd been in there for a month." And he said, "I'm homeless, and I was staying at the men's shelter." And said a couple of the guys there found out that I was gay, and they started harassing me. And then someone told them that I was HIV positive, and he said, "I am." And he said, from that point on, it said every night they would come to my bed and they would whisper to me, "I'm going to kill you when you go to sleep." For about 3 days. For about 3 days, he had to hear that. And so on the 4th day, he was walking. He was dazed because he hadn't really slept in days because of it. And the guys popped up, and they beat him. And that was the result, is what I was seeing. That was a month and 3 days. That's what his face still looked like to me. And so, of course, I did my whole blue thing. I just did the universal give it up sign. And he came and he put his head on my shoulder, but he still had that kind of rough just kind of hard hug. And I said, and I whispered in his ear, I said, "It's okay, son." And as soon as I said that, his torso just kind of melted upon my shoulder, and kind of felt the weight of his body. And I don't know how long it was, but we stood in the middle of 13th Street, and he just wept, and I just held him. And we just stood there, and he wept, and I held him. And when he pulled back, the back of my shirt was soaking wet from the tears. Actually, about halfway down my shirt was just soaking wet with tears. And so I go into this, just love thing, and I just blasted him with affirmations and love, and just spoke right into his soul. And so when people ask me what I do, my goal is to recreate that moment. Whatever that moment was, that when he released and just accepted and received my love, whatever that is what I desire to do every day, whatever that looks like. Whether it's if I'm at Walmart, or whether I'm taking somebody a can of food, or if I'm helping a dog, whatever, I want to recreate that moment on that guy. And so the gentleman walked away, and I don't know his name, and I've never seen him again since then, but he changed my life on that part of just knowing that whatever my life wants to be, it's whoever needs that, and whatever that looks like. And you guys are that. You guys are that community. Your leader, Christy, is one of my favorite human beings ever. I think of her every single day of my life. She has changed my life. She's a huge friend of mine, and just my sister. And I love all of you guys so much. And anytime in the future, we actually are moving to a new building, which is just down the street. You guys are welcome to pop in and either just say hi or work. Any of that stuff you want to do. So anyway, but I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you guys, and I'll kind of hang out in the back a little bit if you want to talk some more. All right? Thank you. Love you guys.
Thank you, Stephen. And thank all of you for being part of creating a different experience for people. I love the teaching of Science of Mind. I love a teaching that's going to tell me that God's not out there looking down to throw a lightning bolt at me, but rather a presence within and all around and connecting all of life. I love this teaching that empowers me to be my best self and to help others. But you know what? I could do that by myself. I've done that by myself. I could do that by myself. I come in community to put it into practice, to put it into action. So thank you for being one of the ways that we put it into action, and y'all for being the hearts that help us put it into action. So thank you. Shari, would you affirm our kids for us? We have some kids. That's awesome. And our kids online.
Yes. Ooh, taking it all in. I've been vibrating so high today. How about you? Yeah. So thank you, Reverend Christy. And thank you for our little ones and our children out there and the ones that are present with us, Miss Jasmine and Edgar. We appreciate you. So kids, we see you, we hear you, we appreciate you, and we love you just the way you are. Thank you. And so now we're going to do our conscious giving, okay? Divine love moving through me, blesses me, and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the good in my life.
And as the baskets are going to circulate, I encourage you to just hold those and see them for the object of receptivity that it is, and accept for yourself a greater degree of prosperity, accept for this center a greater degree of prosperity, so that we can continue to do the things that support others. So join me in singing this sweet little chant. I breathe into gratitude. I breathe in to gratitude. I breathe into this moment. And I say, thank you, God, for the good in my life. Thank you, God, for the love of this life. God, for the breath of this life. I breathe in to gratitude. I breathe in to thank you. Thank you. So I breathe into the energy of gratitude as I speak this word, recognizing the allness of the one power and one presence is moving through this community. Recognizing that it is moving through this offering, knowing that as we give a gift, it returns to us multiplied, abundantly, pressed down to overflowing. You can never outgive God. And so I just say thank you for the prosperity of the Carolina Center for Spiritual Awakening. Thank you for my prosperity. Thank you for that flow of prosperity that we can step into with every thought and every action that allows us to show up and be the change and be the answer and be the love. The prosperity of time, prosperity of connections, prosperity of money and health, prosperity of love. Man, we're prosperous. Thank you, God. Sing it with me. I breathe in to gratitude. I breathe into this moment. I breathe into this moment. And I say, thank you, God, for the good in my life. Thank you, God, for the love of my life. Thank you, God, for the breath of this life. I breathe in to gratitude. I breathe in to thank you. Thank you. All right. We are going to Amelie's right down the road today for lunch, right after service. If you'd like to join us, come on. They have sandwiches and things like that, and they're really well known for their pastries and desserts. It is their new location right at the end here, corner of Tryon and 36th Street, so we hope you'll join us if you are so inclined. Join us right now for our closing song, and we have a special guest. Molly is going to help us on cajon. Welcome up, Molly. She brought her own cajon. Come on, Molly. Come right through here. All right. So join us in our closing song. This is Molly, and we've been wanting to do this for a while. All right. We let the love wash over us. We just let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy, we let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace, we let the peace wash over us. We let it be. All right, Rochelle and Molly, we're going to bring it down like a prayer, real soft for a minute, because we're going to affirm as a group that for those people like Chris who are in the hospital and had a life-changing event, and for other people who are experiencing physical challenges or mental, emotional challenges or homelessness or whatever it is, there are people out there who are struggling. Maybe there are people right here who are struggling. So I want us to remember that there's always grace. We let the grace wash over us. We let let the love we let the love wash over us. We let it be. Yeah! Woo! Nicely done on our cajon up here. Molly, good job. And of course, Rochelle Coatney over here joining us as well. Y'all, thank you so much. We'll give you one more to mingle around to, grab a cup of coffee and a donut. And we put the chairs away at the end of the day as well. And then we'll go have some lunch for anyone that would like to join. Molly, you want to join us on this song too? God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Let's claim some joy. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Take it back to God. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Molly, are you ready for the rock and roll finish? Gives me everything I need. Wait for it. God gives me everything I need. Nicely done.